we all want control over our time and our energy and our life. So you have to ask yourself, what avenues, in what ways do you need to fill up your own cup, again, so that you can also be good when you have to pour it out in other places. Hey guys, so it is like noon right now. I'm actually kind of just taking today very slow. I mean, I have things to do, but I'm like working as I go a little bit. I just made a couple TikToks. I love spending at least one day out of the week just moving very, very slowly, prioritizing like my body and just like, I don't know, especially like on a rainy day, it just feels really good to kind of just like slow down and just come back to myself. I feel like, I was just writing this down, I feel like a part of the key to happiness is just moving really, really slowly with intention with everything that you're doing. I feel like oftentimes we're trying to rush throughout our days. We want to cook dinner as quickly as we can. We want to eat. We want to go work out and, you know, get the workout done. We want to be efficient because there's only so much time in the day. Our time is valuable. There's only so much time we have to come back to ourselves, especially depending on like what your life looks like. And I don't know, I just feel like the more we get to kind of slow down and really be intentional with the things that we're doing, be present in them, enjoy the experience of them, the happier that we typically are. But also at the same time, it started making me think about the fact that, like, again, only so many people really have that luxury to be able to do that on a day-to-day basis. Like oftentimes we're rushing to get things done because, you know, you may have a job, you may have two jobs, you may even have two jobs and a family to take care of, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for a lot of people, that way of living is not realistic. The ability to really sit and come to yourself and have time to meditate and just even having time to sit down and think about yourself and the way you feel, like that is just such a luxury. And I just get kind of frustrated because I feel like the world is just so unfair and like capitalism is built very intentionally, I think, for people who, again, don't have that luxury to be kind of stuck in that state. Because again, how do you have time to think about your higher self or your passions or whatever, things that fill you up when you just are constantly worried about surviving? But I don't know, I made this video a few days ago about, you know, taking back your time and your energy when you do have a full-time job. And I do believe that we do have the power to do that. You know, like thinking about whatever free time you maybe do have, like how can you be really intentional about that time? And it's frustrating that we even have to be this hyper aware and this intentional with our time, when in reality, like we shouldn't have to fight for our peace. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't have to. I think the reason why so many people are so unintentional with their time is because a lot of us are not fulfilled. When you're working 9 to 5 that doesn't fulfill you, it feels more natural to try to distract yourself from how you're actually feeling and to kind of try to escape from reality. I talk about that a lot. I talked about that in my video, and I don't know, it's just frustrating that because I always come back to the question of like, how is this, what is a revolution gonna look like? Like, what is a collective awakening gonna look like? Because I genuinely do believe that it's happening, and I think about it a lot. And I do feel like it's gonna require a lot of us fighting for our inner peace by, again, being intentional with our time, by being intentional with how we are spending our energy, being intentional with what we're consuming in terms of media and food. We have to be very, very intentional to win back our time and our energy in a world that thrives off of, that literally profits off of us being unintentional with our energy. This world literally profits off of us living in a state of fear. I think a lot of us are becoming aware of what's going on. We're aware of the matrix. We're aware that a lot of us are not fulfilled by what we typically thought was going to fulfill us, which is these jobs and this search for material gain. So I think as we're starting to question that some more, we have to also then ask ourselves, okay, what can we do about it? What can we do just with our small little amount of power, knowing the way the system is built, knowing how capitalism affects us, knowing how capitalism makes a lot of people suffer? What can we do about it with our little bit of power that we've been granted? And I really feel like that does start with, again, recognizing how to protect your energy by being, again, aware of what you are consuming, how you are spending your time. Are you spending your time actually listening to how you feel, listening to your body, going within? Or are you spending it trying to go elsewhere so you can pretend like you're happy. And recognizing that, you know, if you don't feel fulfilled right now, if just society in general is draining you, if it's draining you to look at the news every single day, which I think it's probably happening for a lot of us, how can you provide yourself with that love that you are not getting from the system? How can you provide yourself with that love that you don't feel like exists in your life at this moment in time? If you're tired and drained from work, how can you provide yourself with some kind of whatever? How can you recharge your batteries? I feel like all this, more than anything, is really just a practice of learning to provide yourself with what you need to fill your own cup. If you're having to constantly pour your cup into all these things that are not fulfilling you, your job, maybe raising a family, maybe, I don't know, you have to take care of other people, or maybe you have, you know, we all have these different responsibilities and we have these things that we have to pour ourselves into. But what are you doing to fill your own cup? Like, what are you doing to give yourself that love that you need? What does that look like for you? Maybe you don't have to go and make content to be happy. Maybe you're already pouring a lot of yourself into your job. Maybe your job does fulfill you and you do like it and you're pouring a lot of your emotional energy into that. What are you doing when you get home though? Like, what are you doing to make sure that that creative spirit that you're using at your job is being renewed? Where do you need more compassion, more love? Maybe you just need to rest more. I think a lot of us are seeing these people, you know, do all these side hustles, start all these businesses, you know, grow these platforms, whatever, doing all these things. But maybe you really, truly do just need to rest right now. Maybe working a 9 to 5 is the best thing for you right now in this moment, because maybe you need to teach yourself that it's okay to not have other things going on. Maybe when you get off of work, the best thing for you to do at this moment in your life is to go home and rest. Maybe that's what you need. I think when we're thinking about our own personal growth, our own journeys, we have to recognize that our journeys are our own, and the best way to show yourself that love, the best way to heal, the best way to take back again your energy is to truly listen to what you need, to truly listen to what your body craves every single day. When you do have free time, how do you truly want to be spending it? If you really want to be spending it in front of your TV or on your phone, then do it, right? By all means, give yourself that love if that's what you need, but really truly pay attention to what is making you feel fulfilled, what is making you feel energized, what is making you feel good. Try things and see how they feel. Try working out in new ways, try eating in new ways, try, you know, socializing more. If you're naturally the kind of person who isolates yourself a lot, try your best to go out and interact with people and see how that affects your energy, and be honest with yourself. Because a lot of times we, again, think that we should be doing certain things to improve ourselves. We all want control over our time and our energy in our life. So you have to ask yourself, what avenues and what ways do you need to fill up your own cup, again, so that you can also be good when you have to pour it out in other places. Now, as we kind of start chasing things and trying to, you know, reach new goals, start new businesses, grow, you know, whatever, we're always trying to do these things, but I just really encourage you to recognize that only you truly know what you need. And as we're all waking up and as we want the world to maybe start changing, you know, we have to ask ourselves truly what we want. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful in some way, you guys. I don't know what this video is even gonna be called, but I just felt the need to come on here and say, if you ever feel like your energy is being taken, if you feel like you're not in control over your own time, if you feel overwhelmed, just remember that you do have the power, you do have the control. No matter what's going on externally, you have control over how you are spending your energy, and more than anything, you have control over how you treat yourself. Learn to love yourself so incredibly deeply. Learn to give yourself what it is that you need in this moment. Listen to your body, listen to yourself, and be your biggest protector, but also be your biggest best friend. Learn to give yourself that love in any way that you possibly need in any given moment, and remember that you always have the power to come back to yourself in any given moment. Even when you're at work and you're stressed out and everything just seems like it's beyond your control, just remember to come back to your breath. Take deep, deep breaths, come back to your body, take a minute to maybe stretch. Just remember that you are at home within your body, and give yourself that love that you need. And I promise you, you will remember that you are in control always of your energy, of your emotions, of everything. Despite how crazy this world can be, you are in control. So I love you. I hope you're having an amazing week. And thank you for listening to this. Hopefully this resonated in some way. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. I will see you in the next one. Bye.